Join us today on one of my favourite pieces of water. This is the Welsh Dee just below Llangollen. It's a wonderful fishery. It's got some cracking grayling in. That's what we're after today, a real January fish. So this is mainly a game fishery. Salmon, sea trout and trout. And for a long time was really the preserve of the fly angler. But Llangollen Club, who control over 10 miles of it, and we're in. I've now got some great water. On a good 4 mile of it, you can now fish trotting a worm, which at this time of year is absolutely fantastic sport. Oh, little brownie's just come off. Just feeding a few chopped bits of dendra with a bit of compost, and then fishing just a little dendra tail on a size 14 hook, Haven float. Dead simple fishing, but really, really enjoyable. And there's another fish. Another little brownie. Starting to get a bit of silver on him. That one could be going back to sea. Come back as a mean and silver sea trout in a few years' time. You've got the chance of some coarse fish as well in here. I've had decent pike. Little high for barbel. Some nice dace, the occasional chub. So it really is a mixed bag. It's a little blustery, but it's mild, so we've already had a little bit of success. I'm going to run another worm tail through this run and see if we can get ourselves another fish. Get him holding current. It's a grayling as well, I can see him. Excellent. Lovely winter's grayling off the Welsh Dee. Another lovely grayling from the Welsh Dee. We're going to take a bit of a walk now, go down river, sneak into a few spots and see if we can try and find one of those bigger grayling to round off the day. We've had a few fish out of here now. It's been great sport. Okay, so this is a fresh run. We haven't fished this today. I don't particularly know this run, so we're going to go in a bit softly, see what the float's doing, and then adjust to the depth of the river and what the swim dictates. Looks a good grayling run. We've got a sharp bend up there with a small stream coming in. So we've got two flows of water merging into one, going down into a lovely middle of the pool here. Probably got the best bit of depth we have along this central piece here, and then widening out into a big tail before we're down into another run at the bottom. So we've fed a little bit of chopped worm. We're using a worm tail as we were up the top. We're just going to run down and start to see what we've got. Nice fish. Another brownie. Decent sized brownie. Okay, so the setup we're using today, as I've explained, we're using chopped worm, worm tail or worm head on the hook. We're using an Avon style float, and we're using the bulk of our shot at the bottom of the rig. And what that is because of mainly if you're holding back your float and fishing more up in the water as you're going down through the run here, you'll pick up a lot of trout. Trout tend to feed up in the water. The grayling are right down by the bottom, and that's what we're after. So you will pick grayling up in the water, but generally your grayling are going to be further down, especially at this time of year in January. So we're trying to keep the bait as close, as near to the bottom as we can, just bumping over the rocks. Light hook to nylon at the bottom, size 14 hook. You don't have to be too fine with grayling. They're not fished for a great deal here. We missed that one talking too much. Okay, the reason I keep the rod as high as I can like this is to keep the maximum amount of line off the water. This stops drag on the line and gives me a direct contact with the float for striking for when I get a bite. So I'm using my finger just to slowly pay out the line, a little bit slower than water speed, holding that float back, just letting that bait just bounce over the rocks, just above the rocks. Yep, we're in. Another lovely little Dee grayling. He's in the bait tub. So just to illustrate what I was saying about finesse before, that's a hull dendra, and that little grayling had taken the lot. There you go, another lovely little Dee grayling. What a way to end a day in January on the Welsh Dee. Fantastic fishing. There he goes.